This video is about checking accessibility in PowerPoint slides. PowerPoint has a accessibility check feature, which allows us to check for content that may be difficult to read for those with disabilities. So I've created a short lecture to demonstrate some of the ways that we could make a document such as PowerPoint slides accessible to all. So in order to ensure that a PowerPoint slide is accessible, we can first go to Files, and under Files, go into Info and click on Check for Issues, and then click on Check Accessibility. At this point, you will see on the right-hand side of the screen the inspection results. And under that, you'll see errors, warnings, and tips. So let's look at one example of each. So the very first error that you will see on the right side of the screen is missing all text. Let's go ahead and click on an example and let's try to fix that. So here we have picture 2, which I'm going to click on, and down below you will see in bolded font additional information regarding that error, why fix it, and how to fix it. So one of the ways that we could fix this problem, error, that is related to missing all text is to right click on that image, go to Format Picture, and then click on the size position symbol here, and then go to All Text, and then go ahead and give it a title. I'm going to give it Iceberg. Under the description, I might say something like Tip of the Iceberg and a large chunk of the iceberg underwater. Someone who is not able to see the image understands the importance or the description of that image. Okay, and after that, you just close out that particular tab and move on to our next. So under the tips, we have a tip that we have duplicate slide titles. So let's go ahead and look at what that is. Okay, it looks like we have 3 slides with the same title. And that made sense to me because it is about the same topic. It is about Carl Dell's 8-step approach. And we're just continuing with all of those 8 steps across those 4 slides. So one thing that we could perhaps do here is to leave the first slide as approach 1. That way it gets its own unique title. And that way the person that is listening to these slides rather than viewing them understands that this is a second slide. You could also say slide 2, slide 3, but it at least gives it a unique title. And this should then have fixed that problem. So there's another one regarding duplicate slide title, which we're not going to look at because we've already looked at one example. Another warning that I see here is about unclear hyperlink text. So let's go ahead and see what that is. Okay, so what it looks like is that there is a hyperlink here instead of a descriptor. Again, if you can imagine, if this is being read to someone, they would have to read the whole hyperlink instead of just giving it a short, succinct title that informs them of this particular link. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of this hyperlink and then go to Insert, go to Hyperlink, and then give it a title. I will say link to the article by Hugo Gregory. And when I say that, that hyperlink was now replaced with the descriptor. I think that's a nice way to change that or fix that error. Finally, I see another error that talks about check reading order. And let's go ahead and click on that. What this warning is telling us is to ensure that the information that will be read out to a person is exactly in the order in which it should be. And to do that, we'll go to the Home tab and then go down to Arrange. And under Arrange, go to Selection Panel. And here, it'll give you, again, on the right-hand side, it gives you the order in which information will be read out. It will be read out in the order of the title first, followed by the content, followed by the description of the picture. So you can decide the order that you want and use these buttons, the arrows up or down, and move the order in which it's read to them in the order that you prefer. And so all this was asking us to do was to just check the order to make sure that what will be read to a person will be in the order that we want it to. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you.